Hey everyone, Martin from Sexy Water, and now we've installed the SD501 Platinum, we're going to go through how the functions work and what to do. So, we've obviously connected all the unit up. First thing we want to do now, let's just turn the power off. We're going to take this cover off, and this actually allows us to access to the electrolysis chamber. Now this is where you're going to actually add the saline solution, which is this electrolysis enhancer. This actually creates the cleaning waters, your 2.5 strong acidic and your strong alkalized water for cleaning those insecticides and pesticides off your fruits and veggies. Now, this, when you part of your unit comes with a little funnel, which is specifically designed to help you fill your electrolysis enhancer, but we're not going to use it, because we can get this in one anyway. So basically we pour it through, and the little red ball is going to rise. So one of these containers will actually fill up the whole electrolysis enhancer, so don't worry about obviously it being not enough or too much. It's actually designed to fill it up completely. So we put the cap back on, and you're going to slide this in place. It locks in place so you know that it's there. Now, just to give you a heads up, when you actually use the strong acidic waters for the first time, the unit might start saying to you, refill solution. And that means that it's just not connected in properly. So all you've got to do is pull it back out and push it in, okay? It might need to do that 2 or 3 times. What's going to happen is eventually this electrolysis solution is actually going to start pulling through the pipes, and then it's going to store in those pipes ready for when it needs to use that solution. So your first one may go down a little bit quicker than the rest, okay? So remember, if it's not accepting it, take it out, push it back in. So let's turn our power on. I'm just going to slide this back over the front. Okay, so we've got our valve switched over that way, so we know the water's going to flow through this pipe. Let's fire it up. I'm just going to drop this down so it doesn't make too much noise if the water's running out. Okay, so what we've got here now, the unit always balances at 14 as I mentioned earlier. So if we choose Kangen water 8.5, then we've got 5.5 acidic water coming out the bottom. 8.5 and 5.5 make 14. Lauren, the teacher, just looked at me trying to do the maths. So 9 obviously would mean we've got 5 acidic water coming out the bottom. This is 9 antioxidant rich water, very, very good for cleansing your body, as I mentioned earlier. Now then guys, this water, just to give you a heads up, if you're regularly drinking 9.5, then we've got 4.5 acidic coming out the bottom here. You can collect that, it is not waste, you do not need to let it go down the drain. Okay, so you can collect it, you can have one of those plastic troughs in here to collect it, or you can actually connect your waste pipe on the end into a bucket like we do. Put it on your garden, your plants, your fruits, your veggies, they love it, they thrive off it. There's also other uses that you can do. Remember, this is acidic, so you can use it for cleaning mirrors, cleaning around the home. There's different uses that actually is in the booklet. So just to give you a heads up, so obviously if you're using beauty water, can you hear that beeping? And notice that the light's red, whereas before the light was like a greeny or yellowy colour. That's to say it's acidic and you don't want to be drinking it. Now bear in mind, a lot of bottled waters are actually lower than this level. So this beauty water you collect from this pipe, okay? And you're going to spray that on your skin to firm and tone your skin. I'm 73 and I look pretty good, eh? So then we're going to look at the acidic waters, which is right down the bottom here. Strong acidic water. If you press that, I've gone for it, I'm going to do it, let's go through it, let's find out if it takes that electrolysis enhancer in one. First thing I wanted to make sure, decrease flow. Knock it down. This wants the water to actually travel over those medically graded plates and sit on them for longer to create that electrical charge to get them up to the acidic level or alkaline level that they need. Remember, this is the first time that we've used this machine. So it's got to get used to the solution being flowed through the pipes. Pushed in, there we go, there's hand-looking. So we know everything's right there. Water's flowing through, so you've got 2.5 strong acidic water coming out the bottom. This is the only water on the unit you will use that when you choose on the button, comes out the bottom hose. Strong acidic. That means that if 2.5 is coming out the bottom, 11.5 is coming out the tops for your fruit and veggies. So this pipe, we'd actually create it over here into this other trough to fill our fruits and veggies with. And we collect this water here and we put it in a hand dispenser or a spray bottle for cleaning around the house. Okay? Really good for obviously dispensing into the hands to get rid of bacteria. As soon as you've used these waters, these cleaning waters, you have to press one of the other units to clean the unit out. And what that is actually going to do is get rid of any saline solution that might have got onto the plates and be through the unit. It's just flushing the unit out. It takes around about 20 to 30 seconds to make sure it's all clear. So allow that to happen, and then obviously you're all good to go. But we'll just let this get to its point where it says it's ready to go. It's flashing, which means the water's not ready. As soon as it stops flashing and goes solid, here we go, it's ready to go. Can't collect your drinking water. So we turn that off. This pipe will drain out. Any water that's left in is just filtering out the unit and coming out the bottom. The one thing to do with this unit, okay, with the SD501 and the LeveLuk R, the JR2, they have a button on the LeveLuk R. It's right in the middle behind the cover. This one, keep your finger on it. Roof filter reset. So now you know that this filter will last on average a year or 6,000 litres. Put my cap back over and I'm finished. Happy days. So that's the SD501 installed. I'm very happy customer. And Lauren, are you happy?
Yes.
Yes. She's very happy. Thank you.